When an Aboriginal elder revealed 2 secret rock art sites near his Eva Valley community 6 years ago, he never dreamt it would lead to the rediscovery of thousands of ancient paintings across Arnhem Land. His private unveiling sparked the interest of a group from the Jawoyn Association, and they've been finding hidden art across the remote north ever since. Emma Masters reports on one of the country's best kept artistic secrets.
I call that the spirit of my grandfather and Nana. I know that their spirits are here. They protect the painting. And this painting, they're very special painting. They had to find a nice place to draw that the second generation will know and keep it forever.
It's enormously significant. We have one of the largest rock art site areas in the world. There's over 3,000 art sites. The world doesn't really know about Jawoyn art yet, but they will.
This gallery has been hidden for hundreds, possibly thousands of years. It's one of 3,000 rediscovered rock art sites dotted across the Arnhem Land plateau.
The value of what we're finding is just, it's just immense. The preservation, the styles, the quantity, the quality is just up amongst the highest you could get.
Jawoyn elder Margaret Catherine has not only given Stateline special permission to visit her country, she's taking us on a personal tour.
This one is stone knife. They used to cut kangaroo, emu.
Only a handful of non-Indigenous people have ever visited Nawala Gabarnmang at the north of the Catherine River. The first time Margaret Catherine came here, she cried for her ancestors.
All these paintings, they're very special. We remember our great-great-grandfather that walked on the land. They stayed for many moons, paint here and lived here.
The layered paintings cover the entire rock canopy, telling hundreds of stories.
That's the big kangaroo that we always respect, because he's the largest kangaroo.
And we've got to look in this more eastern area here.
For the past 6 years, the Jawoyn Association, which represents the traditional owners, has been exploring the land and mapping the art sites.
There's this other group here.
With support from the federal government, they're developing an online database, which on completion will be the largest rock art collection in the world.
I don't think we'll finish it in our lifetime. I think we've got some close to 3,000 sites rediscovered since we started this, and I think we're only up to recording about 500 individual sites.
It's a very rare thing to have so many sites covering such a huge area. The main sense you get out of it is a wow. It really is just spectacular stuff.
All of the sites are in remote bushland.
They're impossible to reach by any type of vehicle, except helicopter. And unfortunately, the helicopter's expensive. But we think the knowledge that we're recording from these sites is well worth the expense.
The inaccessibility of these sites could be the very reason the paintings and the artefacts are so well preserved.
One of the sites that we went to, the hearth, the fireplace, was literally, it looked like they'd left 10 minutes before we got there. It gives you a real sense of, you've just missed them.
But recording the stories behind this Indigenous art is a race against time. The team has been recording interviews with the few remaining Aboriginal elders to try to preserve their stories for future generations.
There's very few people alive that have actually walked the land and travelled it with their fathers and grandfathers. And in the Jawoyn area, there's virtually nobody left to assist us. That's the saddest part.
The sheer beauty of the paintings and the land raises the question, could this be another source of income for the Jawoyn?
If you want to open it up to tourism, which is an aim of ours, then there are international best practice guidelines to be had, so it's a long, slow process to do it properly.
But the elders aren't sure they want tourists accessing these precious sacred sites or the pristine surrounding environment.
This painting is very nice and it stay on forever. Maybe I cannot let the tourists come here. I don't know.
The question of whether tourists are ultimately allowed to visit these beautiful galleries will be decided in the future. For now, the Jawoyn's focus is on preserving their artistic heritage.
This painting is from my great-great-grandfather, my father's. And it has been on from generation to generation. And I keep it for my grandchildren, their grandchildren, to look after the place.
Emma Masters with that story.